coming on to talk about sports and more specifically MLB from CBS Sports. He covers the MLB, Danny the Eddie.
Somebody's going to beat the Cleveland Browns this year. Is it going to be another opponent, or is it going to be the Cleveland Browns? That's their storyline, and the season will answer that story.
Well, my prediction preseason, because we always have to do that at ESPN, give us your predictions, make us look like idiots, was Astros and Nationals, with the Astros winning. Given the fact that both those teams still look like they're in the mix for that eventuality, I'm going to stick with that, Astros and Nationals, with Astros winning.
Play action is going to take himself around the left big hole 40, 35, 30, cuts it upfield, spin move 20, action Jackson 10, and dancing into the end zone. Touchdown Ravens. Halftime launching it down the middle of the field, called at the 20, Sammy Watkins 10, walking into the end zone, and the Chiefs are going to be going to Miami. What's going on, Sportscaster, YouTube, and beyond? Thanks for watching this video. I'm Yosef Masinter, and I hope you're having a great day as I welcome you into episode 17 of the Ravens vs. Browns Week 14 Deep Dive, where I go through every play of that game, talk about what happened, why it happened, should it have happened, who messed up, who excelled, and a whole lot more. This was absolutely the best game of the regular season, playoffs included. And there are a couple of reasons for that. I mean, playoff implications, stars making big-time plays making stars, and of course, a dramatic Hollywood ending. Before we get back to the film, please check out my podcast, Sports with Yosef. It's on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. That's Sports with Yosef. Check out all of the episodes there, as well as checking out all of my videos on Sportscaster, sportscastr.com. My username is YosefM613. You can check out the rest of the videos in this series there, or on YouTube, or on my website, which is YosefM613.com. And on my website, you can subscribe and to get email notifications every time I post new content, YosefM613.com. Make sure to take advantage of that opportunity. And also check out my websites, whether that be on my website or on Flurry Sports Tackler, Sportscaster News, and Rocky and Meisty. And if you're on Twitter, I'd really appreciate it if you could give me a follow. Well, you guessed it, YosefM, at YosefM613. With that said, and the Cleveland Browns just converted a huge fourth down to Jarvis Landry. They needed 4, they got 12. And they are in Ravens territory at the Ravens 42-yard line, facing a first down, down 34-20 to the Baltimore Ravens, but trying to get a drive together when the ball is snapped. There'll be 11 seconds to go in the quarter, and let's see what happens here. As Mayfield's going to take the snap, he's going deep ball left sideline. Rashard Higgins a target, and that will be incomplete. That's Devontae Harris in coverage. We've seen the Browns targeting him a lot. Why? Because the Ravens have had a bunch of injuries in the secondary throughout this game. A bit of a banged-up secondary right now. Harris is the guy they are targeting. Now, there are a couple of interesting pieces here. And I'm going to preface with, right after the play, the Browns challenge. And here's what the Browns challenge. They challenged that the Ravens, they said that the Ravens had 12 men on the field. Let's do a count. 1, 2. This is generally a quick challenge. You can see the balls being snapped right there. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That is correct. There are 12 men on the field. And so while it's in deep incompletion, it will also just give the Browns 5 free yards and a free down, which is basically what they try to do here. They're going to try to take advantage. David Njoku checking in. All right. We got a lot to look at here, and so we'll talk more about who the extra player was and what's going on there momentarily. For now, let's talk about some of the routes here, which is just a couple of deep balls, something on the lines of that. Again, some easy options. Look, you're down. You're down 2 touchdowns. You're going to need a deep ball, and that's one of the things they're trying to do on this play. Mayfield, he's looking at Higgins the entire way. Look at his eyesight right here. This is the guy he wants, and why does he want to go there? Well, it's because of this guy, Devontae Harris. He's got a big red X on his back. That's pink. I don't know. How do I do a red here? Draw a red X. This is the guy they want to go to. Over and over and over, because this is the mismatch. Devontae Harris should not be in this game. He has to be in this game because of injuries, but that does not mean that. But because of that, that's where the Browns want to go with the football over and over. You see Baker Mayfield. This is where he wants to go the whole way. And if you look at when Baker Mayfield throws this ball right here, who's open? David Njoku, are you open? Not really. You got a defender right here who's going to step up and make a play. Not much here. I mean, you could try to put a ball maybe right over here, but I don't love it, especially because Marcus Peters is right there. Peters also has a bead on Jarvis Landry, so if you put the ball to the sideline, you've got Jarvis Landry open. Nick Chubb, nope. What's going to happen? Is he open? He's close. I don't know that he's open. It's step for step, but what Mayfield's going to have to do is put the ball down the sideline where only his guy can catch it. Maybe throw a back shoulder ball turn, Rashard Higgins towards the sideline, and that's kind of what he's going to try to do here. Mayfield's just going to overthrow it. Plain old overthrow. Did I mess up my count earlier? Nope. Never mind. I don't know what I was saying, what that note's about. All right, but let's switch to the offensive line here. Kareem Hunt, he's remaining in. These are the Browns. They need to throw the ball. Well, he's their guy who can block for them. And let's take a look on this defensive line. A lot of guys on this defensive line right now. Yannick Ngakoue working against Hubbard, still in for Jedrick Wills. Ngakoue beats him around the edge, but it doesn't matter. Mayfield's got that ball off. Now Hubbard, you'll see him push him wide, saying, okay, Mayfield's stepping up. Wonder if that's what caused Mayfield to go throw that ball a little bit too far. Next man up, here's Joel Bitonio. He's going to be working against Jihad Ward. Ward, an outside linebacker. He's working inside on this one. And he's going to push Bitonio back. Bitonio, look how he drops his foot in the ground at the back end right here. He's going to drop his foot. They're trying to bull rush him, say, no, I'm not giving way, and that's what he'll do. So good job there by Bitonio winning. Hubbard and Bitonio winning. Here comes the center, J.C. Treader. He's just standing there saying, okay, who do you need me to block? No one really here. Kareem Hunt eventually leaving the backfield. Now, Wyatt Teller at right guard. He's walking against Derek Wolfe. Look at Brandon Williams here. He's coming over. He's coming over towards the middle. He doesn't know what he's doing here. He's going to now cut back to the outside. As you see Derek Wolfe, just not much there. Brandon Williams is over here. There's a lot of miscommunication here by the Baltimore Ravens. Look how many, they've got too many guys here. Tyus Bowser's running in. He doesn't know where he's going. LJ Ford, he knows where he's going, but Brandon Williams doesn't. There's a lot of extra guys here. Technically, where Tyus Bowser normally would be somewhere more like Bowser there, and then Williams will be like there. I can do that graphic. For some reason, he's not. And I actually have a gut feeling that Tyus Bowser, either it's Bowser or Williams is the extra guy here. Tough to know. Really tough to be able to definitively say. Likely one of the two. Everyone else looks like they've got a job, and those two guys do not. Maybe, neither of them look like they're in the right place. Neither Bowser nor... Bowser looks like he's trying to play coverage on Kareem Hunt for a second. So maybe that's what's going on there. Watch Kareem Hunt here. That's where Bowser's kind of looking. Looks like he's just saying, okay. No, but then he's moving there. Like, I don't know. Bowser or Williams, one of the two. Williams is... I'll tell you one thing. Brandon Williams is not running like a 7-5 tech thing. That's just not what he does. Yeah, he'll do some stunts, but that's just not what we normally see from Brandon Williams. A couple of strange pieces here. One more note I'd like to take a look at on this play. And this is where it gets Interesting. Let's watch right here. It's going to be very, very tough to tell. But there's probably a little bit of pass interference here. Now, the question for there to be pass interference, the rule is that it has to be a catchable ball. And I don't know that this ball is catchable. I don't know that Rashard Higgins has got a chance to be able to make a play. Now, you want to call the goal contact downfield? Okay. But for pass interference, it has to be a catchable ball. It's hard to see from this angle just because of how far away we are. But it'll be interesting. I don't know. I did notice it when I was watching the TV broadcast. And from different angles, yeah, maybe a little bit of pass interference that the Ravens might have gotten away with there. On this play, let's watch this play one last time before the Browns get into a first down and 5 all the way down to the Ravens' 37-yard line. This is touchdowns only. There is no room for field goals here for the Cleveland Browns. You're down 14, quarter to go. The most prolific run offense. Kansas City is the only other team like the Baltimore Ravens, where any guy can take it to the house on any play. And that's what the Ravens have been doing a lot of in this game, a lot of touchdowns. As Mayfield, he'll be in the shotgun here. Kareem Hunt still to the right. He'll get the carry. He's going to work the left side. He's going to cut to the outside, 35-30, and all the way down for a pickup of 10 yards there by Kareem Hunt to Sean Elliott, saying, you don't get a gut past me. But a little bit too late there for Deshaun Elliott. You'll watch Deshaun Elliott, number 32 right there. Kareem Hunt cutting to the outside. Elliott providing chase. Now Hunt's still dragging him for a little bit. Hunt's still pushing the piles, pushing Elliott out of his way. And making sure to get as much yardage as he could. Let's take a look at what's happening on this play. First off, I need to skip forward just a little. So this is the shotgun. A lot of the runs have been from under center. Have the Browns in this game. This one's shotgun, but you'll watch Baker Mayfield right here. He's still running this way. He's still running out, and you can see Patrick Queen kind of gets fooled for just a bit of a second. Watch Patrick Queen right here. He's going to lean backwards and then go. And that's the byproduct of what has the Browns system been all day long. It's been about we are going to have this running play go here, and we are going to run a naked bootleg here. Have no one in front of Baker Mayfield, but make it look like a naked bootleg. Or they're going to either fake the run to here and run the bootleg, or they're going to fake the bootleg and run it to the left. That's what it's been all day. But sometimes you'll invert the sides, it's working. I mean, the stuff you call in the first quarter, the second quarter, the third quarter, it's what you set up for. It's what you set up yourselves for later in the game. I think coming in, the Browns knew they've got a shot at trying to trick some of these Ravens. I mean, a young linebacker and Patrick Queen here. You've got a shot at beating him here. This is not, there's some older guys on this line, but a younger guy, Tyus Bowser, he's not in on this play. Maybe getting chewed out by the coaches. Neither Brandon Williams isn't. But, so faking the naked bootleg, and it works. Let's take a look at the blocking scheme. First up, it's going to be Harrison Bryant, tight end. Once this play starts, he's gonna. Well, let's take a look what he's doing here. He's going to fake block out Ngakwe, and Ngakwe gets set to take him on. It's like, okay, no, as he's gonna get into the second level and take on a linebacker. That is LJ Ford, and look at Harrison Bryant standing his ground and just creating all kinds of space there for his running back to make a play. Next man up, Jedrick Wills. He's going to go to the inside here and take on Derek Wolfe and do a nice job. And that's where this hole is right here, right behind Jedrick Wills, who is back in on this play. He is back in. And after he went out earlier, after he got his ankle twisted up just a little bit. And he does a nice job here on his return. And let's get to the next player, which will be Joel Bitonio. He's kind of going to do this pulling thing, something the Ravens like to do. He's going to cut out to the outside. Doesn't really do it. It's more like Will's just staying inside. He'll take on Yannick Ngakoue, drive him backwards, help create that hole. J.C. Treader, he's going to get into the next level. He's going to be going on. He's taking Davante Harris, and he's going to give Hunt just a little bit more room. And I'll be honest, what they probably wanted here, the way you probably draw this up would have been, in a perfect world, is you'll get J.C. Treader to the outside of Davante Harris, and then Hunt can continue to the boundary. It's probably what you want. Again, it's not very easy just because it's a cornerback on an offensive lineman. So while theoretically it's what you want, in reality you'll very happily take this kind of block that J.C. Treader puts on Davante Harris, letting Kareem Hunt cut it up the field, and now take on Deshaun Elliott, lowering the shoulder further and just pushing him all the way. And keeps on going here, but Elliott does not give up. Someone else coming in to help make a play. I believe that is Jihad Ward. That is Jihad Ward. All right. Next man up, it's Brandon Williams. It's Wyatt Teller. Let's take a look at this blocking scheme. Now remember, you'll remember here that normally they leave the opposite side unblocked here. They'll do that again. Brandon Williams, he's into the backfield. And if this is a naked bootleg, Brandon Williams is going to blow this up. Look, Brandon Williams, he's right here. He thinks this might be a naked bootleg. Look where he's looking. Oh, it's not a naked bootleg. I'm on the wrong side. Wyatt Teller sealing the backside edge. Now, the real backside edge is Jihad Ward, which they're just going to let him go because the run plays to the opposite side of the field. And Jihad Ward's going to take advantage. We'll take a look at Ward before we take a look at Jack Conklin. He's going to get upfield and block Patrick Queen. There's Conklin blocking Queen. Here's Jihad Ward racing across the field. This is just phenomenal blocking across the board by the Cleveland Browns. Every man wins. Great pursuit, though, by Jihad Ward to help make that tackle. So, one more thing to look at. Maybe. Just watch Davante Harris. A little bit of a late miscommunication here. Who am I taking? This is zone coverage right here. This is not man, so he's got to be on this side because remember, and let's get to my circly thing. I got, right, it's zone. So you can ignore that circle down there. But something on the lines of that. This is zone coverage. You're not really, this is probably, look, some of it's man, some of it's zone. We saw a little bit of that earlier. But Davante Harris, a little bit of a late miscommunication there. So let's watch this play one last time. 11 personnel. Ravens in the nickel defense. And that is going to bring an end to the third quarter in Cleveland. And very quickly, just a couple of interesting stats about the third quarter right after we watch this play one last time. As a pickup of 10 there. Browns continuing a long drive. A couple of interesting stats here. A quarter where the Ravens scored twice, 2 touchdowns, and the Browns scored 1. Each team 100% in the red zone. Now the average drive start. The Ravens, their average drive start was the 50-yard line. The Browns was their own 21. That's a huge difference. Another one, Ravens 3 penalties in that corner. Not going to really want to give up that much yardage. A couple of interesting rushing stats. Browns only 8 attempts for 37 yards, in the quarter. You're down a lot. You're not going to run the ball as much, but they will throw it. Mayfield 7-12 passing, 81 yards on the interception to Tyus Bowser. For the Ravens, it was Lamar Jackson, who had 2 carries and 46 yards. Gus Edwards, 2 carries, 22 yards, and a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 4 carries, 7 yards, and a touchdown. The Ravens, Lamar Jackson only threw the ball 5 times. 3 completions, 28 yards. Miles Boykin, Mark Andrews, and Marquise Brown with the receptions. For the Browns, Jarvis Landry targeted 3 different times in the third quarter. 2 receptions, 18 yards. Kareem Hunt, a big one. 1 reception on 1 target for 26 yards. And those are just some third quarter stats as we head to the fourth quarter. Ravens lost time of possession in the third quarter by about a minute, a little bit more than, I don't know, a little bit less than a minute and a half, actually. And they're going to be trying to make sure that they're going, both teams, here's the key for the fourth quarter. And we're going to actually, let's head to the blackboard and write this out. And however messy my handwriting's going to be, maybe I'll type this, actually. I mean, for the Cleveland Browns, they're going to have to stop the Ravens' rushing attack. I don't know why I put a colon there. They're going to have to stop the Ravens' rushing attack. They cannot just let Lamar Jackson run all over them. That's just not going to work. So, have to stop the Ravens' rushing attack. They're going to have to offensively, and offensively and defensively, and this is going to be, okay. Both sides need to win third down conversions. Gotta win third down. Neither side can settle for field goals. You've got to put the ball in the end zone. Big plays. Both sides need those big plays. Ravens to try to put away the game. The Browns to try to get back into the game. The Ravens, what do they have to do? They're going to have to get home to Baker Mayfield. Sack Mayfield. They're going to have to limit the yards after the catch for the Cleveland receivers, and continue shutting down the running game. I know the Browns are down 14. They don't want to run the ball, but you can't let them successfully get a 10-yard carry like that. So you're going to have to be able to make some big plays. I think another thing for the Browns here is to stay poised. I mean, and this is more on Baker Mayfield. They're going to have to stay poised. You're going to have to stay calm. It's a rookie head coach. It's a third-year quarterback. Stay calm. Stay composed. Don't try to do too much. And you got to just stop the Ravens. Browns have to get some defensive stops and just get the ball back to their offense as fast as they can. With that said, let's start the fourth quarter. With the Browns coming out in the 11 personnel, one running back, one tight end, nickel formation. Nickel personnel for the Ravens defense. Browns not going the other way. Mayfield is going to empty it out in the shotgun, since 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Ravens showing all kinds of pressure with a free safety over the middle. Ball inside the 30 is Mayfield. Quick pass to the left is knocked down. Now watch this guy right here. It's Jihad Ward's going to knock this ball down. A pass intended for Rashard Higgins. Mayfield figuring out what's coming. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys on the line. Who's coming? Who's not? How many of them are coming? And it's Jihad Ward who knocks that ball down. Right over there. I will take a look at the pass rush pressure momentarily. Let's take a look at the wide receivers first. Now look at Devontae Harris shifting from press to free release here. Press coverage up here. He'll shift back to allow a free release. Ooh, look at that slide down there by Kareem Hunt. He's just going to go to the turf on the top of your screens. So here's what the basic, from what I can tell, what this play design is supposed to be. Yeah. Oh, that's a bad drawing. Let's try that one again. This is a post here for, I believe this is Landry. Or maybe, no, it's Peoples-Jones. Landry's going to get up the field. Looks like he's got a bit of a comeback here. Maybe there. Not 100% sure what Hunt's doing. Maybe coming across the middle. And look, you're in a first down and 10. You've got a chance at a couple deep balls here. It's cover 1 here, so that, yeah, you've got some room for a couple of deep balls. Maybe not over the middle, but down the sideline with Landry. That seems kind of doable. And when Mayfield throws this ball right over there, who's open? Higgins is open. And that's about it. Hunt's not looking, so he's not open. Peoples-Jones, nah, I guess you could lead him to an out route on the sideline right over there, but you're not going to do that. Landry not open at all against Marlon Humphrey. And so Higgins was open. Now, this pass intended for Higgins. This would have been a completion. This would have been a, 5-6 yard gain. Assuming that Higgins doesn't get any yards after the catch, which if he does, it could be a touchdown just because of how much space there is here and no really safety over the top, as you see here. Watch the safety. He's coming in. He's coming in to help out on that offense's right, defense's left side. Okay, let's take a look at the defensive line. And something you hear defensive coordinators talk about and coaches talk about is you want guys coming free. Because the more guys who come free, the better it's going to be for you. And that's exactly what's going to happen on this play. We talked about getting pressure. The Ravens need to get to Baker Mayfield. Watch Jihad Ward here. Ravens showing 6 here. Let's start with Ward on the right tackle. He's just going to come free. And Mayfield's just going to try to get rid of the ball and can't. Does, but knocked down. Now, why? Why does this happen? So there's a couple of things you've got to know. Number one, Mayfield's trying to figure out who's coming. So he's saying, okay, you guys, you're going to take him. Okay, I'm going to say Jihad. We're going to leave Jihad Ward open, I guess. And that means I'm going hot. What does that mean? Who's my hot route? Rashard Higgins. Okay, fine. Now, the issue and now if you're Jedrick Wills on this on left tackle, here's the other part of it. If you have to choose between either this guy right here, Patrick Queen, or Jihad Ward, you're going to choose Patrick Queen. Why? Because Queen is closer to the inside, therefore he's got a faster route to the quarterback. So you're gonna block Queen. So Wills does his job. He's gonna block Queen. Gotta think this is probably on Baker Mayfield for not being able to pick up who's coming. And it's tough. It really is tough. Maybe he thought Queen was gonna drop and only Wills would come and Jihad Ward would come in, and that would leave Wills to block Ward. I don't know. It's very tough to tell who's coming against this Ravens front. It's LJ Ford who's gonna back out at the very last second. Watch, he's going to take a couple of steps in, actually. He's going to get J.C. Treader to commit to him. Oh, now I'm going backwards. Now I'm getting out of here. Let's take a look at some other matchups across the board. Next up, it's going to be Patrick Queen. He is going to be blocked here by Jedrick Wills. Wills following his responsibilities, taking his guy to the inside. And when Queen's going to get it to the outside, Wills doesn't really let him get behind him, but Queen's getting a lot of penetration there. Next man up, Brandon Williams, working against Joel Bitonio at the left guard spot. Williams not getting much of anywhere. Next man up, it's LJ Ford. He will not come. He's going to fake out J.C. Treader. Step in. Oh, bye-bye. And J.C. Treader's like, okay, who do I help block next? Nothing there for Derek Wolfe. He's shut down. Now, a couple of interesting pieces here is they've got enough blockers. They have 6 blockers here. Harrison Bryant, though, is going to block Pernell McPhee, so why don't? Baker Mayfield, why don't you do it like this? Why isn't this not your blocking scheme? Maybe they think they got a cornerback blitz coming? I doubt it. But gotta wonder, Baker. You've got 6 guys here. In fact, you're just going to have at right tackle Jack Conklin kind of just stand there saying, okay, who do I block? Because Harrison Bryant's going to handle Pernell McPhee. Bryant does a very nice job there. But hey, I don't know. Let's take a look at Chuck Clark here because Clark clearly vacates the safety spot to come up. Let's see what the plan is here in the empty shotgun for their strong safety Chuck Clark, although he's kind of in the free safety role right now. As we're still waiting for the snap to occur here. Maybe? Yes? No? I should skip forward, whatever. As here comes the snap a little bit to the side. Clark's going to come up. It looks like he's responsible for Harrison Bryant, maybe? That's probably what it is. That is definitely what it is. So this is really man coverage across the board. Ravens, here's what it looks like the Ravens coverage is. It's something like this, and then you'll have LJ Fort drop back into some sort of short zone. Something on the lines of that. That's probably what the Ravens coverage is here on this first down and 10. But John Ward comes free and breaks up the Baker Mayfield pass. Let's watch this play one last time. Oh, we can take it off as slow. I mean, Mayfield figuring out, hey, who's coming, who's not coming. I don't know. And that's what makes it so hard for any quarterback, especially a younger quarterback like Mayfield, to say, okay, I don't know who's coming. I don't know how I'm setting up my protection. I don't know if I'm going to be safe or not, but I do know I'm going to my hot route. I'm going to Rashard Higgins, especially when I see Devontae Harris go from press into free release. And you got to think that if Harris stays in press, that might just be an interception, unless you've got maybe an option route for Higgins, saying, Higgins, you're allowed to run either, if it's a release, you're going to run a comeback, and if it is press, you'll run deep. So, second play of the fourth quarter, Kareem Hunt remains in the game. It's the right of Baker Mayfield. As here goes the handoff to the left. Ooh, anything there? Yeah, 2 yards there for Kareem Hunt. Patrick Queen, LJ Fort there to make the stop for the Baltimore. Mayfield hands in the warmer. Cold night in Cleveland. Just running to his left and picking up 2 to make it a 3rd down and 8 on the next play. But we're not up to the next play yet, are we? As let's take a look at this one. Okay. We're going to start by watching Baker Mayfield, because shotgun formation here. You don't want to give away you're going to more necessarily run the football. But watch Baker Mayfield. He's going to go here. Who's going for it? Who's faked by it? Really, no one. So, no one faked by the Baker Mayfield play, fake bootleg or read or whatever, zone read or whatever this is, whenever he's faking. But let's take a look on the left side line. Harrison Bryant fakes blocking Yannick Ngakoue. He's going to go block LJ Fort. We've seen that. That was the last run play. That's what they did in the last one. Very similar to the last one. You cannot run the same play twice in the NFL. Greg Roman really very close to each other without a couple of changes. There are changes. Some of the personnel changes in this one. Still 11 personnel, but the way with more guys to the left, to the right, I should say, than last time, I believe. A little bit of a different formation, so that helps. But LJ Fort's just going to get away from Harrison Bryant, who, after faking the block on Yannick Ngakoue, he's going to get up there and help make a stop. Brandon Williams there as well. Trifecta of 8s there for the Ravens to help end that play. Now, Derek Wolf's going to work against Jedrick Wills. Look how Derek Wolf is a huge part of this play, because this play is not like last one. It's meant to go out to the outside. It's meant to be something like we can put an arrow there. And that's not what it's going to end up being, though. It's going to end up being, because right here, Derek Wolf is just going to, Jedrick Wills, he's trying to block the edge. Look, Wills is saying, look, you've got all this room to run behind me if I'm Kareem Hunt. Run behind me. He's doing his job. Here's the issue. There's 2 of them, and one of them's Yannick Ngakoue. We'll take a look at Ngakoue next. But Wolf right here doesn't really let Hunt do much. He's in Hunt's face. He's kind of forcing Hunt to go right there. Just not because Wolf will get him there. So Wolf does a great job against Wills, and he's a big part in breaking that up. Let's take a look at the other big guy, Yannick Ngakoue. What's he doing on this one? Again, same thing. Batonio is going to get to the outside and take on Yannick Ngakoue. Ngakoue is going to say, not this time, buddy. Oh, look at J.C. Treader getting into the second level. This is exactly the same blocking scheme as last time for the Cleveland Browns as a 10-yard run by Kareem Hunt just a couple of plays ago. But Ngakwe is going to hold the edge here. And that's going to also say, between Derek Wolfe and Ngakwe here, Kareem Hunt can't go to the outside because Ngakwe's here. Can't really go to the inside because Wolfe's there. Can't come back, cut back because he's got Brandon Williams there. This play is doomed to failure. Why? Because you can't run the same thing over and over in the NFL. And the Ravens, the first time, it fooled them, not the second time. And that's what they're going to be all over this one. Let's take a look at the next couple blockers. We saw J.C. Tretter going to the outside. Brandon Williams, he's going to go against Wyatt Teller. Teller's going to try to submarine him. Teller's going to try to watch Wyatt Teller right here. Number 77 against number 98. He's going to try to and just submarine him and take Brandon Williams off his feet. It doesn't work. Williams stays on his feet. And look, Teller's down on the ground, not doing much of anything to help block Kareem Hunt. And then after Kareem, Pernell McPhee there as well, diving in to try and make a tackle. So not much. Williams doesn't, kind of just like saying, okay, enjoy the ground, buddy. Just basically where Wyatt Teller's going to end up on this one. Here comes Pernell McPhee. Again, unblocked because he's on the weak side. Waiting just a little bit to make sure that who has the ball. And then going in, late dive. Looks like he does hit him a little bit, at least from that angle. Let's watch this one last time. A great play by the Ravens defense. This is how you do it. This is how you play run defense. They won. Look, the last play, the Browns, when a couple plays ago, when Kareem Hunt got a 10-yard run. Well, the key is the Browns won their blocking matchups. This time, the Ravens win on the line of scrimmage, and they hold this play to a 2-yard run. And that will put the ball at the Ravens' 25-yard line and put the Browns into a 3rd down and 8. Mayfield will be in the shotgun. Kareem Hunt to his left. Jarvis Landry will come across the formation from left to right. No one follows. It's zone coverage. As here comes the blitz. Under pressure, Mayfield's going to take off and run. And he will get 4 yards, well shy of the 1st down marker. On 3rd and 8, he gets 4. Chris Board taking him out of bounds. And the Ravens, well, we talked about what do you have to do? You have to win 3rd downs. They do that. But what did we talk about earlier? Browns, you can't settle for field goals. Well, that's going to culminate in a big play on a 4th down. Another key aspect we talked about just a couple of minutes ago. With that said, let's take a look at what is happening on this play. And the way I like to start, it is with the pass concept, which is tough to tell because a couple guys fall down. Let's take a look at Rashard Higgins here, right? Working against Devontae Harris, so he's just going to run right into him. And now, this is an interesting one because, I mean, I don't know. Look, now the key here, going to slow-mo on this is tough because I don't want to really do that. What it looks like here is Higgins just runs right into Devontae Harris and then falls to the ground, hoping for a penalty. Doesn't get it. Maybe this is bad route running by Higgins. Maybe it's on purpose. I don't know. Next thing that's happening on this pass concept, you're going to have Peoples-Jones come across the formation and then pretty much a post and a deep ball. So something like there's the post. You're running to that field goal post in the middle of the field. Right here. Now, if this is zone coverage, this is actually a pretty good concept. Why? You've got Marcus Peters. I need a different color. You've got Marcus Peters right over here. He's in a quandary. Who do I take? Do I take the guy over here or the guy over here? You've got a safety in a quandary. Do I take the guy here or do I take the guy here? You've got Marlon Humphrey in a quandary. Do I take the guy here or the guy here? This is exactly the way you want to draw this up. This is a zone beater. Now, there are parts of this where you could say, okay, if this is man coverage, I like my options. I probably like the over with Donovan Peoples-Jones. I probably like the go route by Jarvis Landry. It's not like there's not options here. But this is a great play to use against zone coverage, which is what the Browns do here as the Ravens bring in the house. But look at Mayfield. Look, there's no one open here. The Ravens just have this one. Oh, right here, Peoples-Jones is open, but is he? Is he open? Because here's what I see. I see an opportunity here to come up and make an interception if they throw the ball here to Rashard Higgins. There is no one open. Mayfield wisely says, okay, I'm going to just take what I can and races to the outside. Great coverage by the Ravens. Look how they start off looking in cover 1. I did not need to mute that, but I did. And they're going to end up in cover 2. They start off with 1 deep safety. Marlon Humphrey's going to drop and become a second. And the zone is going to kind of progress something like this. I don't know. I feel like there needs to be sound effects on the drawing. This is kind of what the zone is for this Ravens defense. But so while the secondary does a great job, let's take a look at what happens on the line. A lot happening here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Our Ravens show 7. They're going to bring 5. Ooh, look at Deshaun Elliott get chopped off his feet. We're too far away. Okay, so let's go to this view for a second because Matthew Judon and Tyus Bowser, both Sam linebackers, both on the same side, but they're both going to drop back into zone coverage. And this provides an overload here because if you think about it, you're saying, okay, I've got 2 guys over here. Maybe are they coming? Maybe not. But you're going to have to provide someone to block for them, right? So let's start on that side. Let's go to slow. Bowser, so here's what they did. Here's exactly what they did here. Wyatt Teller and Jack Conklin are both there to block. Teller on Bowser, Conklin on Judon. And so immediately they shift over. That's a little bit late for Conklin. There's no one really there near him. So he's going to get away. Wyatt Teller is going to help out on Chris Board, who is coming on a blitz. 3 guys who could drop right over here. 3 on one side. You don't know who's coming. But Mayfield assumes at least 1 is dropping, and he's got 2 there, and he'll take it. So Chris Board is going to try to come right up the middle, right up that A gap, and he doesn't really get through. Wyatt Teller saying, no, thank you. Now he's going to run to the outside here. Board's going to be the guy who's going to escort Mayfield out of bounds on this play. Mayfield, he's still looking to throw right here. Now he's going to change this into a run play. Get up the field, and Board just going to hit Mayfield as he exits the field of play. Next man up, Derek Wolfe. He's going to work against J.C. Treader. He's going to work to the left side. He's going to be hit a little bit by Joe Bitonio. And that's going to allow Calais Campbell to come free. Because watch Calais Campbell. Calais Campbell, he's going to work. He sees something's up. He sees right here. Look how early Campbell diagnoses that Mayfield might want to run here. Before Mayfield sees it, Campbell sees it. This is a veteran right here who knows what he's doing. Fantastic job by Calais Campbell. Sniffing this out and then getting across the field. And he's a deeper guy. You'll see Board's over there. Campbell's got the deeper guy, and even deeper than that is Matthew Judon. Although Judon faster than Campbell, so he'll get there first. Oh gosh, I need to pause this now. Done. I was worried I was going to lose it to the next play. Let's take a look all the way on the left. Defense is right, offense is left side. Yannick Ngakwe, 7 tech. Deshaun Elliott in the 9 tech. Talked about that in a previous video. Mayfield, he will take the snap here. Here comes Ngakwe. He's going to wart 91 versus 71. Cuts to the inside. Oh, he's just going to stand there. He doesn't have anything. Ngakwe kind of sees it happening also. He just doesn't have any room to work with. Because Bitonio is going to kind of fall into his path. Right? Bitonio is just going to fall right into where Ngakwe wants to go. What about Deshaun Elliott? Ravens free safety. Poised for a big 2021 season. He's going to come all around the edge. He's going to be untouched. What do we talk about? A guy coming untouched. Oh, wait. Here comes Kareem Hunt. The last guy, the last man, the last vestiges of defense. Kareem Hunt, he's initially worried about the 3 guys on the left side. Board, Bowser, Judon. That's what he's initially worried about. That's where he's going to initially go to block. He sees they're going to drop back, and then he's going to say, okay, I'm now going to go from my offense's right to my offense's left, and I'm going to pick up Deshaun Elliott and just take Deshaun Elliott off his feet. Look at this here. He sees what's happening. Great awareness by Kareem Hunt. Looks back. Oh, I've got someone to block here. And look at Deshaun Elliott and the tumble he will take. Hunt going to the ground as well as he provides precious time for his quarterback. Okay. Okay, so the other part of this was that when Mayfield was looking to throw about right over here, right? But every route is going this way, and this way. Not really an option for Baker Mayfield to try to make a throw. I mean, offensive line does a nice, great. Ravens do a nice job by the defensive line. Look how many guys just disengage from their blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 guys just get away from their blockers. So good job there. Okay. So Ravens do a good job there. Look how far back Matthew Judon and Tyus Bowser drop here. And right after this play, as we'll watch this one last time, Browns came to the line of scrimmage quickly. And I mean very quickly. So we watch this one last time. And it was a 4th down and 4. Ravens called their first timeout. They're going to say, okay, we're not ready. They had 12 guys on the field. Calais Campbell had not yet exited the field. John Harbaugh does a smart thing because if the penalty is called, well, that's an automatic first down for the Cleveland Browns. And so he calls a timeout, which is going to allow both teams to get set for critical plays. What do we talk about? Like I said earlier, we talked about got to win third down, got to make big plays, can't settle for field goals. All three happening right here, 4th down and 4. After the Ravens called a timeout, both teams making sure they're ready. Look at this too-high safety look right off the bat. Kareem Hunt to the right of Baker Mayfield, who's got 3 receivers left, 1 to the right, going to look to run out. He's going to pass it to the end zone, wide open. Rashard Higgins, touchdown Browns. The lead is halved, and it is a 1-score ball game. Marcus Peter injured on this play, but we'll take a look. There's a lot happening here. 4th down and 4. Do you run the ball? Do you throw the ball? That is the number one question here, which both coordinators are dealing with. Right? The Browns go 11 personnel, 1 running back, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers. Ravens going to counter with the nickel defense. They're not really in a running formation. With that said, you could absolutely run the zone run to the left side like they've done twice in this video. So you've got options here. You've got a lot of options. You're not sure what to expect if you're this Ravens defense. Do they run it? Do they throw it? Well, let's take a look. They're going to throw it here. Obviously, they're going to start with play action. Ravens, and they know they need the pressure. Actually, no play action. What am I saying? Straight drop back. Kareem Hunt's going to stay into block. We'll take a look at the pressure next. We're going to first take a look at coverage, which is there are a couple of interesting pieces here. 4th and 4. I mean, kind of tight on the left side here. Look how close everyone is. The trip's bunched. Donovan Peoples-Jones, he's going to run to the outside. Harrison Bryant's going to run a comeback right at the first down. He'll fall down there. Again, it's bad field. We've talked about that in previous videos. Okay, here's what's going to be happening from the routes. And it's tough to tell exactly because there are a couple of changes that happen. Something like this. Harrison Bryant's going to basically try to post up and just right by the first down and give Mayfield an easy target. Not 100% sure. Landry's going somewhere over here. And then Rashard Higgins, he's going to run the post, and then he will cut back to the outside. Now, this is a good route generally, but I think he probably makes this correction out of necessity once he sees that Marcus Peters is just going to go down. Because this is phenomenal coverage by the Baltimore Ravens. Spot on. No one's really open. Bryant's going to slip against Chris Board. I mean, just look at this. Blanket coverage across the board everywhere. Mayfield's thinking about taking a deep shot to Peoples-Jones right here. Here's the issue. It's 4th and 4. This is, I mean, yes, you're kind of open. You're going to throw the ball over the top to like right there. But that's not an easy throw. No guarantee of a catch. Yes, it's Devontae Harrison they want to go after. And Mayfield's like, okay, do I risk it or do I try to find someone else? Because this is just good coverage across the board until, look at Marcus Peters right here. He's just going to go down. And wide open is Rashard Higgins. He sees this. He's going to come all the way back. Mayfield's going to step up. He's going to throw it to his man for a touchdown. Peters goes down with a knee injury, I believe, and he is doubtful to return in the ball game. Maybe it's an ankle. I forget which. I mean, Ravens, what are they expecting here? And I talked about this before the snap. They're showing cover 2. They're worried about a deep ball. 2 guys go deep. Now they'll end up switching to cover 1 hook, so they have 1 guy coming up and 1 guy staying back. But this free safety's got no shot at getting over there. It's too late. Right here. Mayfield's just going to see it. This is just easy pitch and catch. And let's switch to the offensive line. We'll take a look at the pitch and catch from the CSU. Okay, because the Ravens, how many guys they got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Who's coming? Who is not? Baker Mayfield. You've got to discern. Figure out what is happening on this play. Chances are you've really just got some of these 5 guys coming in. But look at this. Pernell McPhee, he's an outside linebacker lined up inside. Patrick Queen, Matthew Judon, a lot of linebackers. I believe that's Jihad Ward. This and Yannick Ngakwe. Okay, there are no down linemen here. This is a package the Ravens run, and I've heard this called the race car package. These are all linebackers here. This is a speed package. No Brandon Williams, no Derek Wolfe, no Justin Ellis. This is speedy guys. This is Yannick Ngakwe, an outside linebacker. Jihad Ward, an outside linebacker. Pernell McPhee, an outside linebacker. Patrick Queen, a middle linebacker. Matthew Judon, an outside linebacker. You got Chris Board right here, and a middle linebacker. And let's start on this left side, or right side. Defense is right, offense is left. Yannick Ngakwe around the defense's right edge. Jedrick Wills is going to say, no, you don't. Now, Ngakwe is going to try to cut back here. And will get free in the end. Hurtling towards Baker Mayfield, but too little. Or not too little, but too late. Next man up, it is Joel Bitonio. He's looking to see if Ward's coming. He's not. Now he's going to go deal with Jihad Ward. Here comes J.C. Treader to help out. They're going to take Jihad Ward out of this play. Double teaming him. Ward's not going to get much of anywhere on this one. Next man up, J.C. Treader. We saw him go here. So here goes Wyatt Teller against Pernell McPhee. Kind of a stunt here. Not really. Doesn't really work. This is just ugly right here. And here's why this is ugly. You're going to see Pernell McPhee and Patrick Queen pretty much run to the same thing, and then I guess Judon loop around. It's just kind of an ugly stunt. Yeah, they're kind of just running to the same spot. Kareem Hunt, Patrick Queen's got a one-on-one on Kareem Hunt right here. He's the guy who's responsible for Patrick Queen. McPhee just kind of runs into Queen a little bit, not much there. But then Queen is eventually going to get through against Hunt. Hunt's going to kind of push him out to the side here and perform and create a wall in front of Baker Mayfield to give his quarterback just some more time. And Mayfield's going to see this. He's going to step up. Now he's going to look down the field. Oh my goodness, Rashard Higgins, this is where I want to go. I just have to make sure I can get rid of this football. You see Pernell McPhee ending up way on the outside here. Still going to go to the outside. McPhee, I'll be honest, Judon's going to go to the inside of McPhee, and Conklin does a good job. Now McPhee's worried about Baker Mayfield taking off and running this way. So he's going to go to the outside. Now, I'll be honest, if Mayfield doesn't throw this ball to Higgins, he's going to take off and run. Because he's got the first down. Easily. Maybe not. Maybe not easily. He's got Yannick Ngakwe chasing him. He's going to be running down to there. Okay, first down would be at the 17-yard line. Somewhere over here. You guys think Mayfield can outrun everyone to the edge? Let's take a look from the other view. Right over. right over here. Here's where Mayfield's got to get down to. I think Mayfield's will make it. I'll be honest. I think Mayfield makes it. I think Mayfield heads to the outside and makes it first down right here. So I think Browns are getting this regardless, and then the Peters slipping. Again, we talked about the field. Harrison Bryant slipped also. This is not about one team. This is about a field that is really just an embarrassment to the National Football League. I know high school fields that are better than this. And again, just inexplicable because it wasn't raining beforehand. I don't get it. I really don't. As Higgins breaking free, Mayfield sees him, and he's heading down the sideline to celebrate as the Browns are now down 8. Extra point pending. With 13:42 to go in the ball game. Mayfield, he's looking left initially, escaping outright, firing a pass. Higgins going to go to the ground to catch it, but catch it he does. And the Browns are going to do something interesting here. They're going to go for 2. Why? You're down 8. You kick an extra point. Let's do some basic math here, gentlemen and ladies. 34 minus 26. 8 minus 1. 7. That would leave you just a touchdown and an extra point right here. Why not go for 1? Now, here's where the math comes in. This is the NFL, as all sports. They're getting more and more analytical and getting better and better at using data to make decisions off of. So, everyone's getting better. The odds are better that the Browns would get an extra point, a 2-point conversion, 1 of 2 times, than to kick a field goal and get it twice. So again, the statistics are better that the Browns get a 2-point conversion 1 out of 2 times than that they kick the extra point good twice, 2 out of 2 times. And that's what they're going to do here. They're going to go for 2 and see what happens. As they'll come out in the 11 personnel once again. Nickel formation by the defense. Kareem Hunt, he's remaining, and he's been in the whole drive, at least this entire video. Harrison Bryant, he's going to go in motion. Mayfield's going to throw. Deflected and somehow caught. And there is definitely some lucky parts on this play. We'll take a look at what's going on here. After we watch the play from this angle, you'll watch the ball go off of Kareem Hunt and then be caught by Donovan Peoples-Jones. And the conversion is good. What's happening from a route perspective? Look, a lot of this, there's a couple of different stuff happening, but it comes down to just getting guys across Mayfield's face or in the corner, something like that. This is something on the lines of what's happening. Maybe he'll cut it to the outside. A little too tough to tell what Peoples-Jones is doing. But, so again, you've got the options. You run it, you throw it. So you're not 100% sure what the Browns are doing if you're the Ravens defense. Now, here's a mismatch right here. With Marcus Peters out, Anthony Levine Sr. is on Jarvis Landry. Watch Landry just going to take off. Simple over, and he just outruns Levine, but he's well out of the play at the back end. Mayfield, when he throws the ball right over here, who's open? No one. Besides Kareem Hunt. What's happening? How is Kareem Hunt so open? Landry was open, but he was out of bounds. Okay, so it's going to... So let's start on the left side of the line, because that's where it's going to start. Offense is right, defense is left. Pernell McPhee is going to back Jack Conklin into Baker Mayfield's face. I'll just watch here. Pernell McPhee. He's just going to back him down. Mayfield, he feels a little bit less room than he would like. Next man up, Brandon Williams. He's going to work against Wyatt Teller right here. J.C. Treader going to go help out in the end and take Williams out of the play. Next man. Derek Wolf, he's going to go and work against Joe Batonio. He's going to then try to go more up the A gap. And nothing really there. Now next man will be Patrick Queen, who's going to be coming on a blitz right here. And no, Queen's going to... So Queen and Hunt's going to give a quick block on Queen. Queen's going to try to get free, but the block provides enough time for Mayfield to get rid of the ball to Kareem Hunt, who is uncovered. Gotta wonder if LJ Ford was meant to be covering him or if this was designed. See, because this man or zone coverage here by the Ravens? This is man. This is absolutely man coverage. Gotta wonder if... Watch Deshaun Elliott and LJ Ford. They're kind of in the same spot right here. One's shorter than the other. Gotta wonder if someone was meant to be taking Kareem Hunt, one of the two. And last guy here is Yannick Ngakoue. All the way on the other side of the line. Defense is right. Offense is left. He's going to work against Jedrick Wills. He's going to go wide. Wills just keeping him to the outside. And Mayfield, look how open Kareem Hunt is. This is an easy conversion. It's just a nice angle route here by Kareem Hunt, but it's a bad throw by Mayfield. The throw is way behind him. Hunt goes up, tries to get the ball. Now, because Humphrey went up to put a hit on Kareem Hunt, that's going to leave Donovan Peoples-Jones right wide alone back here for when this ball comes, ricochets back to him. He will make the catch, the conversion, and to make this a 6-point Baltimore lead. To cap what was really just a fantastic drive by the Cleveland Browns. I mean, there's really just no other way to say this. And the tough part is figuring out how many plays this was, but this went 75 yards. Sorry about that. I mean, the tough part is there's just a couple of penalties, which don't exactly make it easy to tell what's happening. So we will take a pause in this series right here. I'm trying to figure out how many plays. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. I mean, double-digit plays here. I'd say 13, 14 play drives, something on those lines for the Cleveland Browns as they march down the field and they get 8 points, exactly what the doctor prescribed. They didn't settle for a field goal. They got the big plays consistently, and now they are down only 6 points to the Baltimore Ravens with about 13 minutes to go in the ball game in Cleveland, where we will continue the game in the next episode of this series. Make sure you check it out, whether that be on Sportscaster, YouTube, or my website. Check out all of my other videos on Sportscaster, sportscastr.com, username YosefM613. Make sure that you also check out my articles for Flurry Sports, Tech, Sportscaster News, Rocky and Meisty, and Heckler, all the great articles there, which are also available on my website, YosefM613.com, where you can subscribe and get email updates every time I post new content. Check out my podcast, Sports with Yosef, which is on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. That's Sports with Yosef. Check that out. Check me out on Twitter at YosefM613, where you can give me a follow and check out my tweets over there. All right, we will continue this series with episode 18 next time. But until then, thanks for watching. Browns in the end zone get a 2-point conversion on a fluky play. It's 34-28 Baltimore, late start of the fourth quarter in Cleveland. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.